Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm thrilled to stand before you today and our adventure into computer begins now. Before I start my presentations, let me introduce myself. My name is Aisyah Putra Edgardo and you can call me Aisyah. My student ID numbers is 1923 1460. I am a student of Bina Sarana Informatika University. I took the Information System Study Program and I come from class 19.2A.06. So, let's get started. This is tools whose role is still irreplaceable today, whether it's for office, school, business, or anything else. In a sense, computers have now become the most useful commodity to support modern human life. So, what is a computer? The word computer comes from the Latin words computare, which means to calculate. But in general, definition of the computer is an electronic device that can be used to process data according to procedures that have been formulated. Computer discovered in 1822 by Charles Babbage.
Wow.
Babbage intended to create a steam-powered calculating machine that could calculate table numbers. He named the machine is Difference Engine Zero. The shape of the Difference Engine Zero itself is very different from most modern computers models today, but the principle is the same as today's modern computers. The computer itself is divided into 5 generations. Each generation has characteristics that differentiate it, starting from the first generations in 1940 to 1959 to the 5th generation pioneered by Japan. First generations it start from 1940 to 1959. The main characteristic is large physical size. Because of its large physical size, it also requires a large amount of electrical power. Second generations it start from 1959 to 1965. Characterized by use a component in the forms of transistors that are smaller than vacuum tubes. Third generations it start from 1965 to 1970. Characterized by has a smaller size because it uses IV or integrated circuits component. Fourth generations it start from 1970 until now. Characterized by has begun to develop in these generations. An example of a product is Apple. And the last generation is now until in the future, characterized by use very large-scale integration and artificial intelligence. Then, what is the inside of the computer? Computer have 3 elements. They are made up of different components, all doing an individual job and function. Think of it as an office, where we've got the personal departments, accounts, sales, buying, etc. They all have their own part to play within the business. They're separate but working together. These 3 elements are brainware, software, and hardware. First is brainware. Definition of brainware is someone who forms a computerized system and who handles or directly supervises the computer's assisted data processing section.
Wow.
The function of the brainware is reversed to all roles and functions related to the human brain's ability to process information, think, learn, and make decisions. The type of brainware is computer operator, project manager, computer technicians, and network specialists. Then, the example of brainware is nethers or internet user who surf the web in search of information, an ADP department or electronic data processing department, or also known as the IT department, usually use automatic methods to manage commercial data in the company. Second is software. Definition of software is refers to a set of instructions or program designed to perform specific functions or tasks on a computer system. The function of software is processing data, commands, or special instructions so that user can operate their computer according to the desired information result. There are various kinds of software. First is application software. Definition application software is a type of a computer program that performs its functions to meet personal, educational needs or run a particular business. The example is databases and database management, programs, Microsoft Office, software development tools, and various communication platforms. Second is system software. A system on a program that is a collective controller or in general, together, and as a whole. The example is firmware, computer language translators, and system utilities. And the last is hardware. Definition of hardware is all the physical components that make up a computer system or electronic device. This includes all parts that can be seen, touched, and physically found.
Wow.
The function of hardware is provide support for the main functions of the computer, such as input, processing, output, secondary storage, and communication. Hardware have 5 important components. Without these 5 parts, you simply don't have a computer.
What?
The part is motherboard, central processing unit, random access memory, storage, and power supply. First, let me tell you about motherboard. Motherboard, its job is to connect all the devices on your computer to each other.
Wow.
If you look closely at the motherboard, you'll see that it has lines running all over it. The lines are very fine copper wires. Some of the wires are carrying power for the components that they're connecting to it. These wires that allow the various parts of a computer to communicate with each other. Then CPU. The central processing unit, sometimes called the CPU or just processor, is the brain of the machine. It's the CPU that actually runs all the programs on your computers, including Windows itself. You can describe the CPU as a human brain.
Wow.
Then, random access memory. RAM is a hardware contained in gadget devices such as computers, laptops, and smartphones. The function of RAM is as a temporary data storage place and only works when the device is on or operating. Fourth, it's computer storage. Inside a computer, all your documents, pictures, music, etc. are saved onto a device called a hard drive. Storage is a place where data, programs, and other information are stored permanently or temporarily on a computer system. The example of the storage is hard disk drive or HDD, solid state drive or SSD, and USB flash drive. Last is power supply. Power supply is hardware that provides the electrical power needed to operate the computer and its components.
Wow.
The power supply converts electric current from an external power source into electric current according to the needs of the device in the computer. Here are some key points about power supplies in the context of the computer. First is flow transformation. Second is stable voltage. And third is output power. Okay, the last one we will talk about input and output. Yay! Input is a tool that functions to enter data or commands from outside the system into a memory and processes to be processed to produce the required information. The example of the input is keyboard, mouse, and scanner. Last is output. Output is something that is produced, a device that can convert electrical energy into other types of energy, such as light, sound, or kinetic energy.
Wow.
The example of the output is speaker, lamp, and monitor. Okay, in conclusion, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude for your time and attention today. It's been a privilege to share our insight about computer with you. As we move forward, let's carry the momentum from today's discussions and continue to work together towards our goals. Your engagement and dedication are truly inspiring me. Thank you for your participation, and let's stay connected as we navigate the challenges ahead. Together, we can make a meaningful impact. Thank you, and see ya!
Bye-bye!
Computer have 3 elements. There are and the last generation